Someone tried to get me fired for existing. Back in the early 2000s, I was the IT manager for a small company. In May of one year, I hired Robin, the first female in our department. She was a church friend of one of my team, and he recommended her. I made sure she met the other team member and gave them time without me present. I not only got his feedback, I made sure she had a good vibe from him before I hired her. Everyone got along and things were running smoothly for several months. The Friday before Thanksgiving, we had a company get-together and everyone's spouses came. That's when Robin met my husband. I left on Saturday for a 2-week vacation, and when I got back, my boss called me before I could even boot up my computer and asked me to come to his office. While I was gone, Robin accused me of sexual harassment. HR did their investigation and said they could find no evidence of it, because it never happened, but offered to transfer her to another department and she declined. Then she said I was an incompetent manager. My style was to assign projects based on people's skills or interests, or let them decide among themselves who was going to do what if it wasn't specific. The other 2 people in the department loved the freedom and trust. Robin apparently did not. My boss said she couldn't point out any specific requests she made that I was unresponsive to, nor could she think of any time I singled her out or treated her differently. The fact I wasn't micromanaging her made me a bad manager in her eyes. My boss told her that might be new for her, but that was how he managed, too, and he had never heard anyone complain about being trusted too much or given too much freedom. He suggested she tell me that she needed more oversight. She said she wasn't comfortable having that conversation, so he offered to do it for her. That's when she said she couldn't work with me because I am gay. My boss asked her if I said or did anything inappropriate, and she said no. In fact, prior to meeting my husband, she thought I was talking about a roommate when I referred to him. Homosexuality was against her religious beliefs and she never would have taken the job had she known. My presence created a hostile work environment for her, so he had to fire me. She was also outraged that my boss dared to call himself a Christian and would accept someone so blatantly sinful. My boss told her to get over it or quit because he was not firing me over her religious beliefs. She quit. When I got back to my desk, the guy who recommended her said she started stirring stuff up at church, trying to get him thrown out of the congregation since he knew I was gay. He said the church had several lesbian and gay members and never said anything negative about homosexuality, so he was surprised at her stance. The preacher asked her not to come back. I was blown away by Robin's sense of entitlement. She thought her being an evangelical Christian meant she got to dictate who a company could hire or who could attend a church. I was thankful that everyone, my boss, HR, my team, even an unknown preacher, had my back.